Stamina, detectives wanna check the scene, split you like a nectarine, go protect your neck and spleen. Future brighter than the sun, paved destiny. You cut my demons off like vasectomy, disrespectfully. All got their jaw lifted, all gifted. Thoughts drifting, now they tripping like plateauing leads to being complacent. Staring match with my fears till we standing adjacent. Pendant pussy in the layer like I'm Dr. Claw. But when it comes to compassion, I usually brush it off. Now my organs looking chilly as a glacier, but the feeling looms close like tongues above the razor. Time traveler without flux capacitor, the new ambassador in the driver's seat, not a passenger. Attract the wolves, we be howling in the night. Claim you violent with the bite, but not silent with the fright. Working fast, velocity of velociraptors. If you're not flipping past the chapter, what's the cost of chatter? Sometimes gotta go kill your old self. Bones tremble as we ponder how the cold felt. Chefing up until the motherfucking stove melts. Pause up on that gold belt, wear it like my own pelt. Windbreaker, stash the green like I'm lucky. Staying fly for generations till the aliens abduct me.
Wafting off a shot of Bayesian rum, I stir with syrup in the burger, my Earl Grey. These Timbos left the turf for your dirt graze. The bird of prey who burger your bird cage. A trail of ruffled feathers where I juxta fur from off of your north face. The natural born world shaker cool could turn a flurry out of hurricane. I shook your permafrost like an earthquake and propagated, keep neuralic data curbing drops in the birth rate. Conspired to make a name like the Berenstains. The weight I serve is shaped the curvature up top your cervical skull base to vertebra nerve strain. Spitting like the autumn rains I heard from the crawl space. Reflections on your glory days, reverting eyeballs glaze. Avert gaze, Mona Lisa blank face. My back against the lath in the wall. They painted over you in lavatory stalls. Watch the cats amount to nothing but some dander after calling my peacoat. The flow stay in the pocket like C notes.
Yeah, you know I'm about to pen a classic while they regurgitate that carbon copy plastic. Puff the herb, clean the earnings like a magnet. Punch the dirt, the earth separated fragments. Don't drop the ball like castration, you stagnated. These last statements like gas spraying, I crack pavement. I'll pass away and come back after I slap Satan. With daps waiting, the axe waving for cash payment. Open a portal to a higher stream of consciousness. Albums turned into posthumous, ominous written documents. The caucus laying cold, the vultures they arrive. If you love it like I love it, then pursue it to survive. Sip the witch's brew, thinking it's forbidden fruit. The downfall of wishing what you didn't do. Stay true to who you are, don't be a sellout. But if you don't preserve the art forever, get the hell out.
That fool. You have beaten me once again, Gadget. But I will get you next time. Next time.
They're like the Cadillacs of Caskets. Now, if we're putting you in the fucking oven, it really doesn't matter what you go in. The cheapest shit possible. Particle board, that's it. What are we doing today? Are we doing a cremation?
A burial.
Burial? Is it for a man or for a woman?
Me.
Shit.
Check. Entering the Coliseum, caused disfigurement. A shot guy who's seen mad stuff, lost my innocence. I've been the shit, remaining militant through the belittlement. Appeal to villains with the dialect, don't play no instrument. Tuning into me and lifted, that's a no-brainer. Mo flavor, fire like we bout to give the propane a spark. Since we linked up at lay lows, killing everything with the stained clothes. Embrace foe, the antagonist rolling right out the darkness. Ingesting up these tracks like the blood where a shark is. Nomadic pros added in my own bracket. Proceed to underestimate it in his closed caskets. This generation's champion music. Put my life into a song, pick a beat and abuse it. Like you are not fucking with me. With me. Like, you see my skinny frame and think I'm inconspicuous. You may not know me now cause you unclear what the mission is. Explicit writtens, we taking over the calendar. Never had to hammer but break your melon like Gallagher. Swing the Excalibur, caliber on a different league. Pity rocky times, now they thinking that I missed a T. Give them misery, hop on stage and I break a leg. Tied to your bed, I'm with your chick, eating steak instead. Dodging punches like I'm practicing my capoeira. Acting terror, people be frontin', that's the cap I'm aware of. The notepad pad has resemblance to a rusty cleaver. Little confidence and now proven to be your trusty leader. Scuff from seas up if your heart is frail like terracotta. In this era, gotta right my wrongs, can't compare a saga. Coming out the underground like when the dead arise. Can't take my soul, middle finger to a hellish sky. The antagonist rolling right out the darkness, ingesting up these tracks like the blood where a shark is. Nomadic pros added in my own bracket. Proceed to underestimate it in his closed caskets. This generation's champion music. Put my life into a song, pick a beat and abuse it. Like you are not fucking with me. With me. Ha.
That's the hardest part of anybody when they bury you, is when they go into the ground, because it's so final. You go into a building, the building's there, the crypt is there. It has to be a metal casket, and they have you in the room, and all that there. It's just not as final. You're dead, but it ain't that final.
Yeah. Listen. Pen a soundboy killing while I post up chillin'. Keep the toxic spillin', leave them all ice grillin'. Got the ladies in the mood, they love being wooed. Kicking game, acting lewd, I'm ravishing and rude. See them lining up for more of what we got in store. Clearly knowing the score, these lions roar. Scrappy headliners, tag team like the Steiners. Handing out recliners as small reminders. Lifted thought on the beat, releasing the heat. Word on the street, that's fresh produce elite. With the golden era sound, that's world renowned. Find us underground, far away from clowns. Ayo, when we cook, we got them hooked. And rivals stay shook, they won't even look. It helps to propel us, ain't overzealous. They simply jealous of these two fellas.
Not bracing for demolition, from addiction to addition. Contribute to the tradition. Cultivating an alliance when it comes to dumbing down, never showing no compliance. Not bracing for demolition, from addiction to addition. Contribute to the tradition. Cultivating an alliance when it comes to dumbing down, never showing no compliance. Posterizing with manuscripts and we stand equipped. An amulet is not gonna protect you from these anarchists. Reveal a page, it gets grimy in any ambience. And what they read made their face blue, called an ambulance. Catalyst of the sabotage, get past the flaws. Send the whack rapid to Jesus if our path ever cross. Secrets locked away in a deep bunker, focused on the fight, but on what happens when the screen buffers. Before you know it, opponents lay on the canvas. Understand this, tap your shoes if you wanna go back to Kansas. Got the heart, ain't no thin skin. Pro on this, a win-win. Trim limbs, listen to your music for a cringe binge. I've been him, naturally the general consensus. Keep on looking down, but what's Yoda to an apprentice? It's less about the luxuries, I'm slick with addiction. If there's an unheard giant, then I fit the description. Pro, not bracing for demolition, from addiction to addition. Contribute to the tradition. Cultivating an alliance when it comes to dumbing down, never showing no compliance. Not bracing for demolition, from addiction to addition. Contribute to the tradition. Cultivating an alliance when it comes to dumbing down, never showing no compliance.
An antagonist is a person who is opposed to, struggles against, or competes with the other. So basically some type of opponent or adversary. It's typically the main enemy and rival of the so-called protagonist. The antagonist is commonly positioned against the protagonist in their world order. But this isn't always the case. The antagonist does not always appear to be the villain. In some instances, like Walter White in Breaking Bad, the protagonist is the so-called bad guy, and Henry Schrader, the DEA agent brother-in-law, is supposed to be the hero. But is Walter White actually the villain? The real question is, what makes one a hero and a villain if the antagonist can be a good guy?
Remain resilient, devoted poet, never fold. Hold the megaphone alone and grown from the days of old. Nobody here is omnipotent. Peep the scars we show it in the darkest moments. Stay afloat now in the arc we rowing. Lead the blind to frequent grind with every speech recited. Calculated future endeavors while all the sheets ignited. Eager to live in cheaper. Every leak is a speaker heater. Frequent sleeper but not the kind that is the reaper seeker. Money problems prevalent more than previous. Tedious daily cycles turns a good guy to devious. Mic checking while check-ins are in the negative. It gets embarrassing to loan cash from any relative. These little errors are only part of the process. A king who made his way from a pawn. Homie, it's all chest, we all blessed. Put in the door whether they want or not. Soon enough I'm running through the barrier like Juggernaut. I admonish those to focus through malevolence. The people at the bottom discredit another's relevance. The bad guys winning just like an accident. I'm hungry for success with no food in the cabinet. I admonish those to focus through malevolence. The people at the bottom discredit another's relevance. The bad guys winning just like an accident. I'm hungry for success with no food in the cabinet. This motivation provoking payment, you're so complacent. Drown my fears like Crystal Lake and they return like Jason. I look my own self in the eyes, I got a bone to pick. Opposing quick, I really gotta own some shit. Used to be so passive, allowing opportunity to slip away. People kicking dirt up on my name and they got shit to say. Women rejected me for the next best and press less. Boss up in my face, should've punched him in his chest, yes. Teachers telling me I amount to nothing in action shows. 21 spending paid checks at the liquor store. Sadness lurking over my body, you don't address it. And looking back on all of those years, I don't regret it. Orchestrated for people that in a funk listen. Drive my demons off of a cliff, they in the trunk sinking. Inducing laughter for anybody opposing me. Metal round my neck like a rosary, how it's supposed to be. I admonish those to focus through malevolence. The people at the bottom discredit another's relevance. The bad guys winning just like an accident. I'm hungry for success with no food in the cabinet. I admonish those to focus through malevolence. The people at the bottom discredit another's relevance. The bad guys winning just like an accident. I'm hungry for success with no food in the cabinet. Cabinet, cabinet, cabinet. The bullet of automatics and flew through trauma. Unusual when you see me, just like the Chupacabra. Moving on a miss like I'm dodging the crime scene. Device schemes, Levi's dripping without the Visine. And my jeans, get back to business, stack riches. Writtens like business pitches, don't burn bridges like witches, not fictitious. Never brag about stories never experienced. But near a lion, I'll conquer and put a spear in it. Living, sinning, sipping a bottle without a purpose. So, spinning at the party, Bacardi inducing vertigo. Murder flow, stash the money in the bubble coat. Up in the booth, blasting like Tony after a bunch of coke. Reaching the top is counterintuitive, lucrative, true to this elusive, almost like a fugitive, proving it. Instead of doing nothing, then proceed to suffer. Keep my students walking in line, just like the Beatles cover.
We roll like 40 thieves, bring the sword and sorcery. You can't fuck with we, a chef, boy or D, pork and beans. Nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that. We're rolling thick, you got no friends, you always roll alone. Frontin' like your Michael Sonny Vito on your Corleone. Nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that. Never get off the boat or bring the apocalypse now with awesome quotes. Allergic to the whackness, swells my throat and makes me choke. I roll with crazy folks, shady blokes is crazy dope. Don't try to play me close, shout to the ones that hate me most. Your brain is toast, envy your profits, the brain trust. Get your brain bust, the one and only for the lame duck. The game's fucked, the game's stuck, it need a change up. Godly ways and leather, Johnny Blaze, I got my flame, yeah. You fuck with me, you get fricasseed, slithery. I'll snatch the gold rope off of Mr. T. We'll make it history on lifted beats. Oh yeah, that's lifted thought. We gifted raw, we piff the pot, Or hit a slap shot, take a snapshot of the laptop. Could you throw that Strat rock? Rando with the flat top, the fitted hat, the prop rock. Drop you on your soft spot. Repeated blows to the nose will make you top rock and pop lock. We roll like 40 thieves, bring the sword and sorcery. You can't fuck with we, a chef, boy or D, pork and beans. Nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that. We're rolling thick, you got no friends, you always roll alone. Frontin' like your Michael Sonny Vito on your Corleone. Nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that, nobody wanna hear that.
On this planet, I'm not in it for conundrums. Distance from the vices, cause I'm trying to make a lump sum. Gold mining, be shining, and then evade a shift. Breaking bad, they wondering how I'm getting away with it. Raise your lid after politicking with associates. Tactical like Soviets, music is the opiate. The dope we spit take us to ethereal destinations. Think smart and less in need of interior decoration. Fucking with the pro, fast forward the detonation. Lifted thought, give me the call when I'm jetting, no hesitation. Head to toe in low gear, watch how the boat steer. Nuking every month, give them chills like when a ghost near. Archaeological findings, how you discover rust. Tampered with 1,000 times, make me never wanna trust. The end goal is diabolical. The only way to ever know is clone the pro like hair follicles.
Heaven, just the word likely sparks your imagination. A majestic paradise bathed in light, where choirs of angels sing praises, and peaceful souls blissfully drift along puffy clouds to the pearly gates.
Architecting the foundation of my existence. Push the limits with no assistance, I know we winning. A tough match, but I must last through the rough patch. I struck fast, just like a robber who got his gun snatched. Set a habit and spiral if you revert to it. But life ain't out to get you, it's more how you interpret it. There's trouble within the struggle, gloomy, but I proceed to hustle. Rubble make a form, but won't perform unless you move a muscle. Lift that weight off your waist, little time to waste. Mom's looking down on her son, hope she reclined safe. Getting grim, but clobber, so do not misconstrue. Till I'm getting food in the liquid tube, I be shifting moods. Hoist the flag, fly far from what has been perceived. Energy that one attracts is what they shall receive. Breathe on my terms, opposite of inglorious. The story is that me and my peoples end up victorious. See, in this life we are destined to die, so I'm rewriting the chapters and correcting the vibe. Gotta realize your greatness and awaken inside. Reeboks hit the streets with a heavenly stride. With a heavenly stride, Reeboks hit the streets with a heavenly stride. For any downer, an hour feels like millenniums. Walking with the heartless, regardless, don't get in bed with them. Melancholy was honestly scared to death of it. And if I was happy when I awoke, I would question it. Took some growth and experience to appreciate, alleviate by finding a purpose that helped me deviate from past trauma. My armor now is unbreakable. We capable, accepting defeat isn't sustainable. The antagonist crushing those with a poor ego. Evolution from a tadpole to a torpedo. Present bravado since I made it out the beast belly. Feed plenty lessons embedded worthy of each penny. Can't complain, seems I'm in it for the long road. And me and my brother solidified a new condo. The bond is strong between my fam, but that is obvious. And pro and lifted, get in airplay in different provinces. Speak with the fallen when the shit gets bleak. Rest in peace my guy Pete, hope your journey felt complete. Breathe on my terms, opposite of inglorious. The story is that me and my peoples end up victorious. See, in this life we are destined to die, so I'm rewriting the chapters and correcting the vibe. Gotta realize your greatness and awaken inside. Reeboks hit the streets with a heavenly stride. With a heavenly stride.